lot of skate YouTubers that have just been around for years and years and years have been making a ton of videos recently about the death of skateboarding. Still getting used to this new setup. I set up this new deck and have not touched it for over 2 weeks. I've had 2 really busy weeks at work. So yeah, these long-standing skateboarders, John Hill, Dan Corrigan, Dale Decker, they're all making these videos talking about how dead skateboarding is. If you're new to the channel, I'm a super average skater trying to make somewhat relatable skateboard content for those out there who maybe used to skateboard and are getting back into it. Maybe you're just average and you can't go out and skate every day, but you can go skate every now and then, and trying to make some relatable content for those skaters out there. From my perspective, I disagree a little bit. I don't think skateboard is dead. I don't think skateboard is even dying. I think skateboarding is not in the worst place. Maybe it's not quite where it was at some points in time in the past, but it's not in a horrible place. Oh dear. Now, one thing that I think is interesting is I actually think the recent skate game, so some people call it Skate 4, I think it's technically Skate period or just Skate. I think that game has the potential to be kind of a spark to kind of revitalize some things in skateboarding. I'm probably going to refer to it as Skate 4 throughout, or just Skate throughout this video. Kickflip. Oh my gosh, I haven't landed a flip trick yet. But I do think this is like a super interesting topic, because I think core skaters, when I say core skaters, I mean like, oh my gosh, I gotta stop trying flip tricks for the moment and just get my legs underneath me for a minute. When I say core skaters, I mean people who have skated their whole lives, people who have not stopped skating, people who, let's try a switch ollie. Oh my gosh. People who are deeply immersed in skate culture, people who look down on what we would call quote unquote posers, people who, those core skaters might lament skateboarding losing its countercultural identity. They might be frustrated when skateboarding becomes a little more mainstream. There we go. Honestly, they might get frustrated when people like me, who are just average and not super talented, are out here making YouTube videos about skateboarding. Oh, we definitely had a lot of toe touch there, but we almost had heel flip and kick flip back to back. So those type of skaters typically get frustrated when skating does end up becoming a little more popular. yeah, those are just some of the things that I'm hearing. Skateboarding's dead. Skateboarding culture is dead. Skateboarding as a subculture is dead. But then they also don't want it to become more popular. And I think that's the weird space that those people live in a lot of times, is not wanting skateboarding as a subculture to be too popular. It's like this weird thing where you need it to be like popular enough to be on people's radar, but not popular enough for a ton of people to do it. So yeah, it's just kind of a weird space that it lives in sometimes when you're trying to maintain skateboarding's nicheness, I guess. I think where my opinion tends to be a little different is I definitely want skating to be more popular. Kind of my whole goal of my YouTube channel is to let people know it's okay to just be average at skating. It's okay to just be okay at skating. That is like the thesis of my YouTube channel. I myself am super average at skating, and I like making videos showing people it's okay to be average at skating. Today my skating is going to be super average. I think since making the YouTube channel, this is the longest gap between sessions I've had. The longest time off the board. Anyways, I'm getting way off topic here. Here's why I think Skate 4 has the potential to bring a lot of people into skating. Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I'm in my mid-30s. You ask anyone in their mid-30s why they got into skating, 9 times out of 10, Tony Hawk Pro Skater will be mentioned. If not the reason, a reason for why they got into skating. We gotta get a cleaner shove it. Yeah, such an incredible game. Came out in 1999. What does that make me? 8 when that game was out. Huge for getting people like me into skateboarding. Especially, I guess this would be another part, is like for people like me who didn't grow up in California, who didn't grow up in New York City. Let me move this camera. I grew up in Memphis, Tennessee. There was not much of a skate culture around where I grew up. And having something like Tony Hawk Pro Skater that me and my friends would play absolutely was huge in even educating me on skateboarding, helping me understand the names of tricks, helping me. Okay, there we go. I guess I might, at this height, it feels almost more natural to slap you into it. But helping me understand the names of tricks, helping me understand the names of pro skaters, because I didn't have access to skate videos and things like that at the time. I didn't have access to all that where I grew up. So Tony Hawk Pro Skater was kind of like an education for me into skateboarding, into skateboarding as a subculture. There we go. And I think Skate 4 could be that. And I'm going to tell you why. So there's a few different video games out right now. There is Session, there is Skater XL, there is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 re-release. And I think those games, I think missed the mark in some key ways. So first off, this is what I was trying to say with Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Is like, if you think there's no way Skate 4, skate period, skate, whatever you want to call it, has the ability to get people into skateboarding and kind of change a culture around skateboarding. Well, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, the original, absolutely was a video game that changed skateboarding, changed skate culture, and had such a huge impact on skateboarding as an activity. So of course a video game has the ability to do that. So why would these other video games that are currently out not have the ability to do that? Well, that's super slick there. Okay. Oh my gosh. Why I think those other games don't have ability to change skateboarding culture in the same way skate does is honestly the game's design. Skate 4. Well, first let's talk about Session and Skater XL. Those are aimed to be simulators. I have another YouTube channel that is nowhere near as popular as this one that focuses on sim racing. And if you don't know what that is simulated car racing, where you have a steering wheel, pedals, and it's super, super realistic. So why am I less interested, or why do I think a skate sim is something not quite as good? Well, one of the reasons why I think sim racing as a genre is enticing and interesting is because most people cannot afford a race car and cannot afford to go and race. Well, skateboarding, most of us can go out and skateboard. So to me, the only purpose for a game like Skate Sim, a skate simulator, would be for days when it's raining, because otherwise, why would you not just go out and skate yourself? Now, if you do play Session, if you do play Skater XL, please let me know in the comments what intrigues you about the game. Do you feel like it causes you to skateboard less often? Because for me, I think that would be the case. Maybe when it's dark outside and when it's nighttime, it'd be a fun way to spend some time is to play a skateboarding simulator. So maybe that's what it is. It's like for rainy days or when it's nighttime and you can't skate. But other than that, I don't really see the purpose of a skateboarding simulator, because I'd rather just go out and actually skateboard. I think their target audience is people who do already skate. Ow. So what about Tony Hawk Pro Skater, the new one, 3 and 4? I should say, caveat to this video, I have not yet even played Skate 4. I think by the time this video comes out, I will have played Skate 4. But those new Tony Hawk Pro Skater re-releases, they're so unrealistic. They are, like, I think the original Tony Hawk Pro Skater, when you could do like all those crazy combos, you would come up to a rail and you'd 50-50 into dark slide, into crook or whatever. That was cool at that time because of like where video games were at. But I think video games are a little, I just think where video games are at nowadays, the unrealistic nature of a Tony Hawk Pro Skater, I think kind of misses the mark. It's so arcadey, it's so over the top. Oh, I hope you didn't come for any high level skating today, because that's not going to happen today. Yeah, I think Tony Hawk's unrealisticness really misses the mark. And then the seriousness of Session and Skater XL kind of alienates the casual skater. Gosh, I feel like I'm really struggling right now. I'm going to commit to land in this nose slide. So Skate 4, I think, is intriguing to me because of how it kind of fits that middle ground, not being as serious as a Skater XL or a Session, but you can play it in a serious way. But then you still have that stuff like the Hall of Meat where you can go off this like huge building and your character just gets bodied and then you get scored off of how big the fall is. And I think the way that Skate 4 kind of seems to me to toe the line of realism but also fun, arcadey fun, I think is really interesting, and I think could potentially bring in young people. Like, I teach middle school. The culture where I live does not strike me as the culture of having, like, especially the school I teach at, as having like a ton of skater kids. And I've heard a number of the kids at school talking about Skate 4. I also think it being free to play is huge, and just bringing in a massive number of skaters. But it's also serious enough for people, older people, to play as well and get enjoyment out of. Like, I've seen videos of countless people that look like they're my age playing Skate 4. I think Skate 4, oh my gosh, it just seems to strike that right balance. So I think it's going to bring some kids into skateboarding who are going to play the game. It's free to play, so their parents are going to let them play the game. It's not a violent video game, so of course parents are going to let them play the game. And they're going to then ask for a skateboard for Christmas this year. Gosh, I really feel like I can't land any flat ground tricks today. And then you have people in their 30s who Skate 4 is a serious enough game for them to play and enjoy as well. All right, let's get this. Nose slide. Oh, that was it. I was on there. So those are my thoughts. Can a video game bring interest back into this hobby that some YouTubers, are claiming is a dead hobby or a dying hobby? Is that a good thing? I think that's another huge part of it. Like I think all of us as skaters, we can't lie to ourselves. It is kind of cool when you go to work and everybody's like, oh, what do you do as a hobby? And they're like, oh, I crochet. Oh, I go on jogs. Oh, nothing wrong with any of these hobbies. But, and then we sit there and we're like, yeah, we skateboard. That's what we do. That's what we do in our free time. Like, that feels cool. And it feels cool that, like, not a ton of people are doing it. It's a little bit niche. So I get why some people are fearful of the commodification, big word, the commodification of skateboarding. I get why people are fearful of it becoming more mainstream. Makes sense. I get why they care. But also at the same time, like, I want to have more friends that skate. I want more people to have the opportunity to experience the joy that I get out of skateboarding. I swear, this is going to be a video of just countless missed tricks. And that's okay. That's like, again, if you're new to my channel, that's kind of the whole premise of this channel is I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm not trying to pretend like I'm a better skater than I am. It's okay to just be okay at skating. It's okay to miss tricks. Oh my gosh. What was that? I don't even know what my wheel was stuck on. That was it. Let me know what you think. Is Skate 4 going to bring a large number of skaters into the hobby. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? That's kind of all for that topic. Video games and skateboarding. Do video games have the power to shape and reshape our hobby, to bring interest into our hobby? Is Skate 4 the game to do it? Let me know what you think. Rest of this video is me and this nose slide. Yeah. Oh, okay. I need to skate faster. I need to get my foot on the nose. I feel like my weight is kind of falling off the ledge too much. I think I need to really get up to where my right foot is just up on there. Oh, that was it. Yep. All right, we got that. Okay, we're there. Oh. Last time I was here, if you remember in a previous video, I was trying to land this nose slide. It started raining, but the last attempt before the rain started coming down, I actually landed it, and it was so sick. Guys, this is a meh skating session. But I'm still having a blast because it was a long 2 weeks of work. Okay, this is fascinating. This is going to be for the nerds out there like me. So I've been trying these grind kings, and I've been switching bushings out. So I've marked my bushings at the bottom so that I know which direction they're facing, so that they always break in evenly when I switch them between bushings. This one was lined up with the mark at the end at the beginning of the session, and it's moved almost 90 degrees. Isn't that weird? That the bushing is like spinning around while I'm skating, and it's only one of them, not the other one. Fascinating. I have 5 more minutes. I'm gonna give this maybe, please don't run over my phone. Well, I'll just use all 5 minutes. 5 minutes, however many attempts it takes. And let's see if we can land this bad boy. I know I can do this. I'm so good, not so good, but I'm so comfortable with nose slides on a curb. Man, this is frustrating. Oh, that was it. I don't know if I've landed a kickflip today. Oh my gosh. That was uncomfortable. Final attempt. Last time I landed this on my final attempt, could it be 2 sessions in a row? If I don't land it here, I am going to land a kickflip before I leave to make me feel a little bit better about today. Oh, frustrating. Kickflip. Wow, nothing is clicking. And that's okay, because we're still having fun. And I think that's the thing too, is like on sessions like this, where nothing's clicking, it's not a loss of a session. It's not a bad session. Like, I'm still getting comfortable on the board, and the next time I go out and skate, things like kickflips, these sorts of things are going to feel so much better than they do today. Gosh. Yeah, I'm like scared to land on the board. That was so bad. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right, let's see. Let me know in the comments if you're actually watching to the very end to see if I land this kickflip. Let me know. Just let me know with the secret word of peanut butter. Type peanut butter in the comments if you actually watch to the end, because I'm starting to think people are probably clicking off this video as they're watching me miss. No. Okay, we got it next try though. Ow! What in the world? I have to land this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't understand what's going on. Ah. Oh. Do it for everybody who said peanut butter. I'm landing this for you right here on this try. For all the peanut butters out there. Yes! Thank you so much for watching, especially of those of you that stayed to the end. I'll catch you in the next one. We'll have a better session next time, but honestly, who cares? Like, we're out here having fun. So, yeah, thanks for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.